Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. This is African News Network in collaboration with Sokoko News Network. We greet you and we invite you to our show today. Today, we are going to offer some advice to the incoming president of Liberia, the president-elect of Liberia, President Joseph Nyumah Boakai. So please sit tight and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Now, the first thing that I want to underline is that respect is never a given. It cannot be purchased. It must be earned. And it is earned based not on rhetoric or request, but based on action. Concrete action. Consistent action over time. Saudi Arabia has oil, as does Nigeria. Kuwait has oil, as does Nigeria. Qatar has abundant gas, as does Nigeria and other countries. Yet Nigeria is the country with the largest share of its population living below extreme poverty line in 2023 in Africa. That is not a gold medal that we should be proud about. Clearly, there is something fundamentally wrong in our management, or rather mismanagement of our natural resources. It is also clear that if we continue to mismanage these natural resources, we will remain stuck. I have urged African governments to stop securing loans backed by their natural resources. And that's because those natural resource-backed loans are not transparent. They're expensive. They make debt resolution very, very difficult. If that trend continues, it will be a disaster for Africa. If we manage our natural resources well, Africa has no reason to be poor. We have $6.2 trillion of natural resources. So how in the world are we poor? We simply need to pull up our socks, stamp our corruption, and manage our natural resources in the interest of our countries and in the interest of our people. And let me say, the resources of a country does not belong in the pockets of powerful and rich individuals. It belongs for the state to be used for the benefit of the people of that country. There must be accountability on our natural resources. I wonder sometimes when people go around and say, well, I've actually helped, we put a borehole in a state, or put a borehole and it's on national television. The very fact that you're actually installing boreholes is an indication of government failure. Because in 21st century, every single house must be having pipe-borne water. So there's nothing to be really delightful about in trying to do that. And we should get away from this feeling of leaders feeling that they are doing public good. No. Leaders must be held accountable for the resources of the people.
All right, Uncle Joe, that was the current president of the African Development Bank, Akinwumi Adesina. That was his advice to African leaders around the continent of Africa. And I'm offering you that same advice as you get ready to take the oath of office to become the 26th president of the Republic of Liberia. I'm transferring aid from an economist who is currently the president of the African Development Bank to you, Uncle Joe. Okay, now Uncle Joe, with that said, I want to thank the Liberian people from Nyumah, Lofa, to Grand Crew County, Sano, Maryland, Bapolu, Majibi, Moswalo County, Bon County, Grand Jide, Bomi, Grand Kedmon. I want to thank each and every one of you for voting for the United Party and the rescue team. I thank you. We started this campaign 6 years ago when the CDC government took over office. We started campaigning against them slowly, but sure. We started taking notes of what they were doing with the intention of using a 6-year letter in order to boost our campaign. Yes, I am a proud Unity Party member. I'm very proud of it, and I don't hide it from nobody. And I also want to thank those that joined us to unseat this outgoing government, the CDC government. I want to thank the rescue team for coming on board to help us to unseat that government. We thank you. Now, let me go to my advice to the incoming president, His Excellency, Joseph Nyumah Boakai. I'm going to offer a few advice. Normally, we don't do this. We wait until January to do this, but we are doing it now. Because the incoming government is my government. The party that is going to take over the country is my party, the Unity Party. So I will now waste no time to offer my advice to the incoming government. Because when that party fail, I fail and I become a liar to the Liberian people. Because for the past 6 years, we've been campaigning vigorously against the CDC government with the hope that the Liberian people will listen to us and give us a chance to serve. So I will not waste no time to offer advice when I find it necessary to do so. So the first thing I want to talk about is the audit. Uncle Joe, we want audit. We want to audit government officials from the previous government and this outgoing government. So according to what we are hearing on the street and from our people, is that we want the audit to start from 2006 to 2023. The audit should start from 2006, January 22nd, 2006 to January 22nd, 2024. Okay? The audit should start from January 22nd, 2006 to January 22nd, 2024. That's how we want the audit to start. We want every member of those two previous governments audited, including yourself, Joseph Nyumah Boakai. We want everybody audited in order to prove to the Liberian people that we are clean and our intention to serve them is genuine and is harmless. So that's the first thing we want to talk about. Now, after the audit is done, and we found that some people, some former government officials have stolen some money, and then we try to recoup those money. After recovering those stolen money, what are we going to do with this money? What are we going to do with money that will be recovered from former government officials? What are we going to do with this money? We want you to invest in building our roads. That's the number one thing. Build our roads. Because building roads help boost the economy of the country. So build our roads so that we can boost the economy of our country. Because if you build a road, it helps facilitate trade among community, among cities, among towns. People in different areas can have a free movement of goods from one place to another place in order to sell their goods. The farmer in the farm can, cultivate and take their goods to the nearest city or the nearest town to sell it and get profit from their hard labor. So, number one thing you need to do with those money is to invest in our roads, build our roads first. Then number two, we want you to reinstate LPMC, Liberia Marketing Corporation. LPMC, we want you to reinstate LPMC. You, Joseph Nyumah Boakai, being a former Minister of Agriculture, being a former Managing Director of LPMC, you have the capability, the know-how to reinstate that company in order to help us grow our own food. We want to be able to grow our food. So, in order to do so, we want you to reinstate LPMC as soon as possible. Okay? And then, how are we going to get the labor to work with LPMC? How are we going to get a labor to work with LPMC? Those boys that are abusing drugs now, we call them the Zongo boys. We want you to rehabilitate them. Rehabilitate those boys. Rehabilitate those children. Those that are educated, provide job for them in a technical area. And those that are not educated, you can provide job for them on the farm or other unskilled labor, offer other unskilled labor to them. We want you to do that, Uncle Joe. Please, you can help build rehabilitation center, and then when those boys are free from the drug, please provide jobs for them with LPMC. Let them work with LPMC. Also, you can also provide job for our people. You know, the unemployment rate is so high at this point. You can help provide job for some of these people with LPMC too, because the Zongo boys are not going to be enough to occupy all the positions with LPMC. You can offer job to our graduates and other people that are unemployed right now to enable them put food on their table and send their children to school. Now, with that said, who do we want in this incoming government? We want credible people. People with clean slate. People with clean background. We want credible, honest people to serve in this government. So, you can offer the vetting process after the Senate or before the Senate can even vet any cabinet member. Make sure you have your own committee that will vet those people privately. You know, dig deeper. Get to know those people, know their background, know what they've done in the past 10 years, and make sure that their background is very clean to serve. So that's the next thing we want. We want you to hire credible people to serve in your government. People that love the country like you do. People that will give their all to the country. Will go above, to serve their country. People that will offer their service at every level. People that will not hesitate to work in the interest of the Liberian people. People that are not coming to seek wealth. People that are not coming to corrupt the system. Honest people that love Liberia, genuinely love Liberia. We want you to hire those people to serve in your government. Liberian people believe in you. That's why they voted for you. They believe that you are a unifier. And we expect nothing less from you than unifying the country. You alone, Uncle Joe, has been able to unite a whole country behind you to unseat this unpopular government that was stealing from the Liberian people. So please, live up to the expectation. Do not break our heart. Do not let us down. We heard Yeke Koluba speaking yesterday. He made some comment. And to some extent, we agree with him. Because it's about the people. It's about the Liberian people. It's about serving the Liberian people with honesty and so on. So we expect nothing less from you and your government than to provide service to the Liberian people. We want you to bring the Liberian people government to them. Make the government work for the Liberian people and bring it to them, to their doorstep. We want accountability, Mr. Uncle Joe. We want accountability. We want transparency. We want transparency. We want accountability. And we want you to look in our eyes and tell us the truth. No matter how hard the situation is. It doesn't matter. Tell us the truth. If it's a difficult situation, look in the eyes of the people and tell them the truth. It may not be what they want to hear, but it will provide relief and it will make them understand what is going on. And that's what we mean when we say bring the government to the doorstep of the Liberian people. I remember when we were kids, when Amos Soya was the interim president, he used to come on the radio, mostly on Fridays, to take questions, talk about events, talk about his progress, and then he will also take questions. I miss those days. We were kids, and we were interested in politics, going to cathedral. We were interested in politics. We were kids, going to cathedral. And when we come in the evening, our brothers from the university will come and stand with us on Kerry Street at Atai Shop and talk to us about politics. We listen. And that's how some of us developed interest in politics. Then we went to Ghana. Went to school in Ghana, and then we started going to the Liberian Cultural Center. Then we started going to the British High Commission Conference Center, where we used to see debate, MPP, NDC people debating all the time. And my favorite person, the person I look up to as my mentor politically, his name is Tony Edu. He's an NDC man. And we used to enjoy them debating policy. So do not hesitate. Whenever the CDC wants to debate with you, come on, talk to them. Explain your policy to the Liberian people, your plan to the Liberian people. Let the Liberian people know what you are doing. The progress reports. Make it public for the Liberian people to see. Make it as transparent as you can, Uncle Joe. That's what we want. Now, finally, I'd like to say this one and stop. Uncle Joe, we believe in you. We believe in you. We trust you. And we believe that you can deliver. For the past 6 years, Uncle Joe, we've been campaigning for you. We believe in you. So my advice to you is this. Resist the temptation of A, corruption, B, nepotism, C, pay to play, D, favoritism, D, hiring person based on emotion. Resist the temptation of those things. Also, when you are offering contract to foreign companies, make sure that 60% of their employees are Liberians. 60% of every contract given to foreign companies, make sure that 60% of their employees are Liberians. That will help to boost the economy of Liberia. That will put more money in the pocket of our people so that they can feed their family and take care of their family. Every contract you offer to any foreign company, 60% of that company employees must be Liberian. And make sure you have a committee that go around to make sure, to double check. Sometimes they might give you some fake papers saying that, we have 60% of our employees are Liberian. No, but make sure that you have a committee, the watchdog group that goes around to check on this company. Make sure that the Liberians are being given jobs. Uncle Joe, it does not make sense to have rapid development programs in the country with unemployment. It doesn't make sense. We said this to Joshua, he didn't listen to us. We said it to Joshua, he didn't listen to us. You cannot have rapid development in a country with unemployment. It doesn't make sense. People that have done it before, they all serve one term. Number one, John Dramani Mahama of Ghana is served only one term because he had that ambitious development program. He had rapid development all over the country, in Ghana. But guess what? It did not reflect on the lives of the people. So these companies were getting kickbacks. The government was getting kickback from this company that was being offered a contract. And once you take a kickback, you cannot ask those people who to hire, who not to hire. You sell in the contract with them. You sell a contract to somebody for $2 billion or $1 billion. The person turn around and give you $100 million or $200 million. And you think you're going to go tell the person, say, oh, I want you to hire Liberian people to work here. For what? I bought a contract from you. I'm not hiring nobody you want me to hire. So make sure that when the bidding process starts, let it be transparent. Let it be transparent. When the bidding process starts for contracts, let it be transparent. Prioritize Liberian-owned companies, Liberian-owned business. And make sure that those businesses the Liberian businesses that have been given this contract, make sure they do the job. Have that watchdog group to monitor each and every company that's working in the country. Okay? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to have a rapid development program in a country with unemployment, period. It shouldn't be happening. Now, look at there are other companies in the country. Try to check on them, like Firestone and other companies, other foreign companies in the country. Check on them to make sure that the employees, those are brothers and sisters that are working for those companies, are earning enough to take care of them and their family. They are earning meet their standard of living. You can't be working in Firestone, cutting plantation like this guy did to our people, Charlie King did to our people. Force them to go work on Firestone and not pay them. You can't do that. People cannot go to work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then come home with nothing. And then living in a deplorable condition. It can't happen. That shouldn't be happening. It's not done in America. That's not done in America. America, you work, you get, you get a benefit. You reap the benefit of your labor. So we should do the same thing. The standard of living of our people should be, improved. Because they work. If a call for you to, how do you call this thing? Renegotiate their contracts, renegotiate the contracts. Because, listen, we got the rubber. They got the materials. So the earnings should be, at least somewhere in the 50% area. If not more. It doesn't make sense for we to provide the labor and the raw material, then somebody come in the country and then getting 60% or 70%. It doesn't make that. It doesn't make enough sense, Uncle Joe. Please review all these contracts. All the contracts have been signed by the previous administration. Review everything. Everything must be reviewed. Review every contract. Review them. You can do it simultaneously. Okay? Review every contract. Uncle Joe, this country is, how old is Liberia now? What, almost 200 years? And still we lack basic necessity. Basic necessity we don't have. There's no water, no potable drinking water, no roads, no electricity. Hospital, we better have hospitals. Almost 200 years of existence. We have to be ashamed of ourselves. We have to be ashamed of ourselves. And then the sad part about it is that we can't even feed ourselves. We can't produce the food we eat. That's sad. Very, very sad. That's why I admire a country like Ghana, for example. We grew up in Ghana, going to school in Ghana. We used to spend months without eating rice. Not because we didn't want to eat rice, but because we just couldn't afford rice. But we were okay. We were okay with the eba, with the kenke, with the banku, with the yokogari. We were okay. With the cocoa. We were okay, Uncle Joe. We were okay. We ate fufu. We were okay. Yes, we ate those food. I know Liberia, the only stable food we have is rice. And because of this rice business here, Liberian people have killed a lot of people because of rice. And they're still killing people because of rice. Once you increase the price of rice, Liberian people will hate you. So, Uncle Joe, you know better. You being the former agriculture minister and being the former managing director of LPMC, you know better. You know that rice is the staple food in that country and the Liberian people need rice. So make it affordable. Make the rice affordable to the Liberian people. Please, I'm begging you. Because once these people don't have rice, they're going to come knocking at your door. They're going to come knocking at your door. Once the Liberian people don't have rice, they are going to come knocking at your door. What are you doing? We voted for you. You know, we voted for you massively. What are you doing? Why are we suffering? Make that rice available for these people. Because they don't play. Liberian people, when they come to rice, they don't play. Oh. Uncle Joe, they don't play. Oh. You see what happened to we are? You see what happened to we are? You see what happened to President Tobo? You see what happened to President Doe? Liberian people don't play with the rice business, oh, Uncle Joe. Don't play with Liberian people rice business. Don't play with it. Make sure that the price of rice is affordable for all Liberians to buy. Don't play with it. Don't play with that rice business. Some of us, we grew up in Ghana and we are used to eating, we could even eat nyam. Nyam. Without grain leaf. They used to cook in Ghana. We eat that, we go to bed. We could eat yogari and go to bed. Kenke. Some of us even used to take the kenke, buy the kenke and buy the beans and then put the beans, the kenke in the beans and stir it and eat it. So that's good food. But Liberian people, no matter what you get Liberian men, if you don't get them rice, you don't get them food. No matter what you give Liberian men, you don't give them rice, you don't give them nothing. Liberian people don't mind eating rice in the morning, rice in the afternoon, rice in the night. They don't mind eating it. They don't mind. They don't mind eating rice for breakfast. They don't mind eating rice for lunch. They don't mind eating rice for dinner. Liberian people don't mind. They don't mind, Uncle Joe. And I'm glad that you know this. Because you've been in government for 40 some more years. So you know this. And I'm just reiterating these things to you to refresh your memory. So that you can know that we are watching you, Uncle Joe. We are watching you and we are going to offer advice. We will not stop offering advice to you. So I want to stop here and congratulate you and thank the Liberian people for believing in our messages by voting you into office, by electing you into office. So I want to thank some of our coalition partners, Prince White Johnson, thank you for coming on board to rescue Liberia. We want to thank Luceni F. Camara for coming on board to rescue Liberia. We want to thank Lawrence Ganga for coming on board to rescue Liberia. Ibrahim Dallon, thank you. Yeke Koluba, thank you. Thank the whole rescue team. Even those that were campaigning for us in other parts of the world, like Prophet Key. I know some of us didn't make it to the promised land. That's okay. But they still did well. People like Costa, he did well, but, we didn't make it. And some of our colleagues that also joined us later on, Vakabine Manju Toure, the whole ACO party, the other parties that joined the coalition. We thank you all for coming on board. God bless Liberia. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Liberia loninga kapa ku jige. Kapa ku lo ito, kapa ku balanga, kapa ku lo ito, kapa pulu. Kapa pulu. Kapa kuku yete ken pona age makuku lo ito kutike game makuku lo ito kakpaye kapa polu la belo ninga kapa ku jige kapa kuku lo ito kakpaye kapa polu kapa Thank you, Liberian people. Thank you for voting the rescue team into office. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Kahe, kamama. Kara poma te kukelu kupona. Inshallah. Nima blanga kahe. Bonkane blanga kahe. Lofa blanga kahe, kamama. Sano Kante, Kashe, Kamama. Grandjida Kante, Kashe. Grandku Kante, Kahe, Kamama. Bomi, Bobolu, Kahe. Kapa, Kakelu, Kapa. Monsignor Kante, Kahe, Kamama. Oh, and also we want to thank President George Manewia for conceding, for accepting defeat. I want to thank you for that. for that effort. We want to thank your outgoing Vice President, Madam Joa Awotela. Ni ihe mama kala agbamate ibona. Kala ikole pondo. Ya mani kuli abaya mane kuluwa gye. Kala ikole pondo kala agbamate ibona. Ihe allow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. We want to thank you all for coming on the show today. We thank you for your effort to your country, for helping to elect the Unity Party stand-up bearer, Joseph Nyumah Boakai. We want to thank Anthony Barclay Kessely. We want to thank Mike Jabate. We want to thank Mike Jabate. We want to thank the whole coalition, the rescue team. Thank you. Grand Bassa Kante, we want to thank you all for helping to elect Joseph Nyumah Boakai as the 26th President of the Republic of Liberia. I thank you all. All right, this is a traditional Madigo song. Enjoy. Voilà, Jamali Veke. Mona do wule kala. Ko jamana una fami ka masta mi bulu ala ma odla mama. Abi odi mama wule ke Joseph Nyumah Boakai le. Ala mesila, ala fanga dima, ala Nyumah dima. We send greetings to all those in Kwadu Bowling District, Lofa Kante, Soko District, Bon Kante, Nimba Kante, Bam. The people of Nimba Kante, we greet you. San Nicole and Kanta, we greet you. The people of Tuzon, Grand Kante, we greet you.